Passive income. Making money without having to work is the dream. The IRS says passive income can come from two sources: rental property or a business in which one does not actively participate. Personally, I believe the term passive income is a misnomer. To create passive income, you have to put in work up front, but eventually you will make money without having to put in any more work or only put in minimal work. So how can you create passive income for yourself? In this video, I've compiled a list of where you can focus your energy to create passive income. Before we get started with the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for future content. Before continuing, I would like to state I am just a random person on YouTube, so please do your own research before deciding to invest or take risks with your money. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and the information provided should not be considered to be financial or legal advice of any kind. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get started. When it comes to passive income, I think the simplest place to begin is your savings account. When you deposit your money into a savings account, your money becomes eligible to earn interest. But over the years, the interest rates that banks give has drastically fallen. The average interest rate on a savings account at a traditional bank is 0.05% annual percentage yield. That means if you have $10,000 in a savings account, in 1 year, your money will generate $5. That is a horrible return on investment. But everyone should have money in a savings account, at least enough money for an emergency fund. Just some money stored away for a rainy day. So what other options do you have? Instead of storing your money with a traditional bank, you can consider opening a savings account with an online bank. Online banks don't have the same overhead expenses as traditional banks, so in return, they're able to give your money a higher interest rate. A quick Google search shows that currently, banks such as Citibank have a 0.5% APY, Ally Bank also has a 0.5% APY, VO Bank has a 0.66% APY, and American Express Bank has a 0.6% APY. These are only a few examples, but remember to do your own research and due diligence before deciding to open an account with any business. So even with slightly higher rates with online banks, savings accounts have low yields because they are not risky and you have immediate access to your cash. Because of low risk associated to savings accounts, you will be met with a low yield. The next step up would be a high yield certificate of deposit, also known as a high yield CD. If you are new to the idea of CDs, let me explain. CDs are low risk savings vehicles that work similarly to bonds. The money placed in a CD is given a term length to reach maturity. When the money in a CD reaches maturity, the initial amount of money plus interest will be returned. But keep in mind, if the money in a CD is withdrawn before the maturity date, there are penalties. Penalties range depending on the terms of the CD. Some CDs will penalize you by taking a portion of the interest accumulated up to the day your money was withdrawn from the CD. Other CDs can be more strict, and you will lose the overall interest gained plus a percentage of the initial principal. If you plan to invest into a CD, make sure you don't need the money for the term length of the CD, and understand the penalties involved if you may need to withdraw the money. When it comes to risk, CDs are still low and the yields are slightly higher than savings accounts, but not by much. Overall, savings accounts and CDs are good, safe options for passive income, but they are slow. One method to generate passive income quicker is by selling informational products. Some examples of informational products are books, ebooks, or audio and video courses. Informational products require a lot of work upfront. It's more than likely there will be other people already in the space you decide to sell your products, but that shouldn't stop you from trying. You have a unique perspective in this world, and if you could capture that in your products, then maybe people will consider you over the competitors. With informational products, you have the ability to generate more income and quickly, but there is a higher level of risk involved. Developing and marketing your products can be costly and time intensive, but if you are successful, then your products will become a reliable form of passive income. This next one is obvious but nonetheless should be stated, and that is rental income. Rental income is the bread and butter of passive income. If your goal is to rent a home to someone, you should be aware of some potential barriers. Some examples are, you need to purchase a home, possibly fix it up. You might live in a state where a license is required to rent out your property. You have to know about the laws involved with renting property. You have to find a tenant and keep up with regular maintenance on a home. If you take a mortgage out on a home, you are responsible for paying that mortgage back. Even though it takes work, renting out a home is still a very lucrative business and offers many opportunities to learn new skills. Very few people will say real estate is a bad investment. But today, rental income doesn't just mean renting a place to a tenant and earning income each month. Rental income can also encompass renting out a vehicle. Through companies like Turo, you can rent out your vehicle and get paid on a daily basis if someone chooses to rent from you. The difference between renting out a home and renting out a vehicle is that a home generally appreciates in value and a car's value depreciates. But overall, if your goal is to build passive income, both are viable options. We can agree that real estate can be expensive. Generally, to purchase a home, you would like to pay 20% of the value of the home as an initial down payment, and then there are taxes involved. Real estate can also be a big headache if you don't know how to fix up a home. But there are other ways to invest into real estate, and that is by buying into real estate investment trusts, or REITs for short. REITs are companies that own or finance income-producing real estate. REITs are traded on major stock exchanges and are accessible by the public. REITs are a good way to diversify your investment portfolio and generate some passive income for yourself. So how do REITs generate income, and how do you make money from them? REITs lease space and collect rent from their real estate. This provides the company with income, and that income is then paid out to shareholders. This payout is called a dividend. Some REITs pay their dividend monthly, and others pay a dividend quarterly. If you own enough shares in a REIT, you can create a decent form of passive income for yourself. Another way to use the stock market to generate income is to invest into dividend-paying stocks. Generally, these are considered to be blue chip companies. Blue chip companies are large, well-established companies. Examples of blue chip companies are Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Apple, Microsoft, Pfizer, and General Electric. These companies are all publicly traded and are available through major stock exchanges. For each share you own, you will receive a dividend on a quarterly basis, sometimes a semi-annual basis in the cases of some companies such as Disney. The stock market is a risky investment. The stock market goes through cycles. There are ups and downs, and your initial investment is subject to the volatility in a market, so please do your own due diligence before choosing to invest in the stock market or investing in a company. So that covers a few ways to create passive income for yourself. I hope you learned something new from this video, and if you did find any of the information in this video to be helpful, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing. Also, if you are interested in any topics involving finance or have any advice for me, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. See you all next time.